everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program with me, Knee-High Hobo, and we're going to launch straight back into the swing of things. We were about to start the transfer burn, that was right, for the Lunar orbit. I have a wacky test centre where I just go and have a few crazy ideas about some stuff and see if it works out. Stuff that I wouldn't want to do on camera because it takes a little bit too long. So there we go. We got the Laszlo sister. I think it was Laszlo. I think it's pronounced. Docking system. I've still not had to play with that, so I've still not got it to work. But there is a new mechanical jab out. So in the last video, if you click on the links to either this docking system or the mechanical jab, both of those pages are down and the spaceport is down. So I've not been able to update to the new mechanical jab yet, but I will do as soon as those ports are fixed. So we're going to go straight to the space tracking center. We're going to get to the Oh dear, I'm having one of those days. I'm going to go straight to the Lunar probe. And we're going to fly that. Because if we have a look, there we go, we can see the Mun. Oh, just there. So all of this section then is going to crash into the Mun itself. We do have the old mechanical jab, that's still going. I thought we'd set this up to do a transfer. It's not a problem. So we're going to want to burn roughly about here, I guess. Add maneuver. I have got some hellos to do today. No, that's not the right one. Let's try that again. So just as it's about to rise about here. Add maneuver. Is it this one I'm after? I don't think that's right either. Add maneuver. That looks better. Ooh, 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 ooh. So let's actually get it so we can see it. So very, very finely adjust this. And there we go. That's going to be our lunar interception. That's the one, not inception, interception. So there we go. That's going to be that burn. That's going to be that burn, rather. So we are a fat, heavy rocket. Fat hobbit. Terrible impression. So whilst we're waiting for the countdown timer there. Oh, there we go. We're not going to go too far for it. Whilst waiting for the countdown timer, I am going to do a few hellos. Welcome to. Oh, hold on, let me. Oh, sugar. Right, I'll just stick that on for a moment. Welcome to Aradalop, Logan Robinson, another new user who didn't have a username, Zach Roscoe, and Josh Simmons. Hello to you guys. Hope you're all well. There we go. That's going to be the one. Okay, so we're going to be burning in about 1 minute 40 seconds. Let's see, it's mechanical jab. Is there anything? There's going to be. I think, well, we're not going to be landing, so we don't need that. The ascent auto orbital operations. We will need that eventually because we're going to do a. It's going to be about a 30 kilometer and a 30 kilometer, I think. Oh God, not that high. So if we, in fact, if we just got to the, we'll get to how this all works shortly. But for now, I'll tell you what, we can just shut that down. Okay, so we're down to our last 50 seconds. We could have had mechanical jab take care of all this for us, but instead, we're going to do it ourselves. So we have to gain 800 meters per second. And that will be our sort of escape trajectory. See the engine there gimbling away manically. 25 seconds. It's only going to be a 2-second burn time, so it's just going to be on and off. In fact, I'm just going to keep my finger over the X key. 14, 13, 12. Some people do a 50-50 burn. I'm just going to go with what the machinery tells me. 8, 7, and we're nearly there. Whoa, I thought I'd get away with that. I thought I would be able to get back down before the tank got too hot. However, we didn't quite hit it. We didn't quite get there. Let's get back on this again. Let's make the craft a little bit more manoeuvrable. Oh, we haven't enabled the engine. That would be useful. Activate engine. And there we go. Okay, so the other fuel tank, it's unfortunate. It's going to be in the in an orbit forever and ever. Come on, let me have you. There we go. Yeah, that's going to be in an orbit forever. Much like the lunar probe debris, but hey ho, that's what happens sometimes. These things happen on space missions. Everyone's safe. Mission can still go ahead. We were always going to get rid of that tank at some point anyway. We've got our solar panels out, haven't we? Yeah, we've got our lights switched on. We're transmitting data back, even with a battery inside the satellite dishes, and we are on our way. So what's going to happen is we're going to use this stage to try and circularize an orbit, and then we're going to drop. In fact, actually, yeah, we're going to almost try and sort of slingshot round and just drop this off. I don't know whether that's going to work. I have to do something quite quick. But once I've got that into an orbit and these guys can just escape and head straight back to the planet, then that will be a successful mission. So we're just going to fast forwards a little bit here. Not too quickly. And we'll get round to here, where we're going to need to start our next burn to drag ourselves into an orbit round the moon, and then, or the Mun, sorry, and then we're going to let Mechanical Jeb just circularize it for us, make it look nice and tidy and neat. I think about 35,000 kilometers would be the magic number. Okay, so we're just going to fast forward a little bit more. There we go. So it's approaching nice and quickly. Okay, so there we go. We are now under the influence of the Mun. Let's just drop that back down again. We're going to want to get to the retrograde. Well, no, this is going to adjust by the time I get to the periapse, but or periapsis, sorry. But it's going to be a good starting point for us. Okay, and there we go. We've put a bit of distance between us and the fuel tank now. I don't know whether or not that's... Oh, it looks like it has got caught up by the influence of the Mun, and it's going to get slung off into the... Yeah, it does. It looks like it's going to go. So I assume that this is it. Once we make the escape, that would be our new trajectory. But that's being sucked out into space. So at least it's going to be it's not going to be too much debris too close to the planet. So we're not going to have a filthy airspace around us. It would have been better if it would have crashed into the Mun, but you never know. It might do something. We'll see what happens next. So there we go. We're now at the periaps. So let's put ourselves into an orbit. I also want to use this to try and straighten up a little bit as well. We've got to leave ourselves enough fuel to get home too. At the moment we've got sort of plenty. Everything looks like it should go absolutely fine. Take a moment just to square up. So let's get down to about 30,000. There. So what we want to be, in fact, actually what I'm going to do is, just for the time being, I'm going to go with 50. And we're going to save it. Because now what we're going to do is the separation of our probe. And no. Ah, there we go. We have. That's it's a little bit wily there. That. So there we go. We've just pulled away a little bit there. Oh, it's really lively. It's incredibly lively indeed. But it's functional and it's flying, and it hasn't got an SAS unit. Oh, look at that. The camera's following us. Okay, so I'm just going to scoot back then to our main mission. And let's just fast forwards here and put it back onto a collision point with, and there goes the debris. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to sit down on the oh, I didn't want that piece. Look at that. So we're gonna get onto the get onto the retrograde line. We're gonna hit the boosters and get out of here. that's growing, that's growing, that's growing. We didn't want that. Okay, so that's the Kerbal on a return to the planet. That's fine. Now, what we'll need to do for the next bit is, here is our little... do you not have any lights on you? Seems mighty strange. I would do that. What was that just shot past? Oh, little lunar probe bits. And we are going to... Let's see. We've got... yeah, everything's looking pretty good there. So we're going to get to the periaps and drag down our apoaps. In fact, actually, we could let mechanical jab take over now. So if we go with orbital, no, not orbital information, orbital operations. There we go. So we want an apoaps of so we want the periaps of 30 kilometers. Wow, we're really tearing through that fuel. Whether or not we're going to have enough fuel to do it, in fact, we've still got 30 seconds left on this. Oh, sorry, then it's not seconds, it's meters per second that we're trying to reduce. Yeah, it's still pretty high, but it's at least it's bringing both down simultaneously. There we go. Okay, so we have 1 ton of fuel, so we need the apoaps. I want that to be 30 as well. So we need to get to the periaps and let that. We also need to keep an eye on our craft over here as well. So we're just waiting to drop here. It's a little bit lower, 60 meters. And then that will enable this button for us to let mechanical jab take over and adjust the other side as well. There we go, spinning round. And just dropping that. Hopefully we're going to do it. Hopefully we're going to make it with the fuel. It's going to be close. Okay, that's us out of fuel. Oh. But that's not good. I don't know whether that's going to be enough. Okay, so what we're going to have to do then is go with the RCS, take the S... we're going to abort that. We'll take that off and we'll go with that, and we'll have to use the RCS to try and speed ourselves up a bit. Not like that, you don't. was the go forwards button? HB? Oh God almighty. So see if this RCS will give us enough to get back up. And okay, 48 by 29. So I suppose we could just it's so difficult to control. What? Oh God. Okay, so that's about as high as that's gonna get. I think I think that's going to be as close to a circular orbit as we're going to get these days. We can try circularizing it and see if it will use the SAS to the RCS, sorry, to adjust that. But no, it's still trying to use main fuel. Okay, but our probe is up and oh, hold on, we might be able to do it with this then. So it's 29 by 29. You know what? I'm not going to argue that. That's a 30-meter orbit. We'll just pop. In fact, let's just see where we are with that. We're not too bad at that moment in time. But by the time we spin round, I just wanted to see what it looks like on the bright side of the moon. Okay, so I suppose we could just quickly drop out here and we can see what our probe's looking at there. It's not giving us particularly brilliant high-res pictures, but it's giving us pictures nonetheless. So we're getting ideas of what the lunar surface looks like. We're getting ideas of where we can go ahead and drop our probe, and that's ultimately what this mission is going to lead to. So with that, then. Use the map view to select distant. Oh, right, okay. So we'll close orbital information. I don't think we need that one anymore. No, I'm pressing the bracket keys, and it's not letting me select the lunar probe. Set target, because I'm gonna have to do it, aren't I? Space Center, and oh, actually no, we need to go and change the name as well, because it can't be Lunar Probe. That's ridiculous. Where's your? I suppose that you would be. Control from here. Rename vessel. Lunar Probe. Okie doke. I think we did the activate camera last time, and that really sort of screwed us over. So we're not going to worry too much about that again. It's very cluttered, isn't it? Extremely cluttered indeed. Use the map to view. So you're saying I can do that, but You're not going to let me. So, okay, we'll, again, we'll go to the Space Center now that that's been taken care of. And, yep, we'll fly that one. Now, somebody else as well said that if I was going to make a satellite for TV, that it had to be geosynchronous. Absolutely correct, it does. But you also need about 30 of them in order to keep TV, well, not quite that many, but to keep TV up and running all day long. Yeah, you need a few. And if at any point there was going to be a genuine reason to actually put several satellites up into a geosynchronous orbit so that they could have TV, I would do it. But there's not. And I feel that it would just be doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, just to do something that wouldn't actually ever happen. And I think that would be pretty boring for you guys. So despite the fact you're right, and everyone here has agreed, I'm only putting one satellite up, and therefore the comment about that they can only watch TV for about 6 hours a day if they live on the equator. If they live at the poles, they're fucked. They will never see TV. But they're at the poles. They should be doing research. They should be doing Sheldon Cooper's research of monopoles and whatever it was that he was experimenting when Howard was trying to kill him with a crossbow. Or an icicle in the end, because there wasn't time to make a crossbow. And let's just fast forward a little bit more here. Okay, so what we'll do then is we're going to hit the retro burners. We're going to hit the retrograde angle. Oh, and also, as for mods, as I said before, the Kerbal Spaceport is down at the moment, so mods aren't going to be happening. I'm actually going to do a batch recording today as well. I'm going to do an entire week's worth. So there's going to be Kerbal Space Program every day, and hopefully also a Tekka episode as well. So I'm actually going to give you 2 episodes each day. And so, therefore, this week there will be no mods. So we're going to sting all of our speed out. So we could go with the landing autopilot, and then we could go land at Kerbal Space Center and land at targets, and see what the craft does with that. So this is another thing that you can do. You can actually either enter your coordinates in manually, or you could physically go and point and say, I want you to land here. Or in this one, it's land at KFC. So you can go automatically to Kentucky Fried Chicken and get your astronauts fed. Oh, we've got to do some staging. I thought I'd set this to do staging automatically, but obviously not. So, without further ado... Right, hold on, just try to get to the bottom of what the hell is going on here. So... Why can't I see how much fuel? Oh, looks like we've glitched out a little bit here. So I'm just going to turn that off for a second. There we go. Too little thrust to land. Yeah, that's fine. Because we're going to have the parachutes deployed as well. as that capsule's going to separate. So we're going to have all this scaffolding is going to come plummeting down to the planet. Where has it got us dropped? Here. It's difficult to see at the moment. I think we have to get a little bit closer. So land at KFC. So we'll just take that and land at KFC. We'll speed up the what's face. Of course, it doesn't matter where it is now because the planet's rotating. So I imagine it's got to predict where Kerbal Space Program is. Kerbal Space Center is going to be when we re-enter the atmosphere. Looks like it's going to try and hit us on the light side as well, which is good too. But it will actually be dawn because we're going to fall a little bit short too. So let's get into our gratuitous re-entry mode. And what we'll do is we'll line up with our prograde. Oh, right, so, no. I can't have any control. I can't turn the SAS on. If you can hear that, that was T. But I can't turn the SAS on because Mechanical Jab has complete and utter control over what's happening here. This little box. So we're not going to bother putting our solar panels back in either, because all of this is going to crash into the ground anyway. It's only going to be the capsule which is liable to survive. We're going to see how the scaffolding holds up. And so we'll just skim forwards again just a little bit more. We'll go with some orbital information. Periops. Where's our height? I don't actually think it's that one I want. Surface information. Here you go. This is one we want. Okay, so we're coming in nearly 3,000 meters per second. Not exactly sure where Kerbal Space Program, Kerbal Space Center is on this in this picture. You can have some RCS as well if there's any on there. I don't think there is though. I think by this point it's so small. And so we've got the ground speed we're travelling. Oh, it looks like we're coming down fairly sheer. In real money terms, in a very deadly ascent. So you see the altitude at sea level and the true altitude is slightly different. It's a little bit, the true altitude's a little bit lagging. It's about the fact we are over water, but they are changing at different rates. I don't think that's going to land at Kerbal Space Center at all, given that that's over here, isn't it? Oh wow! But oh. So we got to see a very brief change from the. Sorry, I'm sorry I missed that. Very brief change from the. From the heat re-entry to the. I can't remember what it's called though. The sonic wave that couples over a nose cone. Got to see all that, and you also got to hear very loud explosions. And Jebediah returning from his first mission safely and soundly. So there he is. Jebediah back down on the planet. We'll give him a wee spin. Whee! we do that? Can we have a look at something? There's a bottle of water for him there that he can now refill. Wow. And whoa. And yep, so there we go. Jebediah completed his first mission successfully. Next time, what we'll be doing is starting to build our space probe that will be launching to the moon and dropping down on a site to start surveying it for the landing of real heartbeats, i.e. the Kerbal Nauts themselves. And that's going to be, I'm going to try and sort of model that on the Apollo 11 mission. But for now, that's all for this episode. I'd like to thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. My name is Hobo, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.